In this hard-hitting video, we will be discussing why trucking companies keep going bankrupt in 2025 and putting drivers in a state of panic, and this includes the owner-operators out there as well. Also, we examine the telltale signs of impending doom and what to watch out for. Stay tuned to this video and watch all the way through, because we're going to be digging into something that's starting to feel like Groundhog Day in the trucking world, another wave of trucking company bankruptcies in 2025. We will be discussing not only the who's in this equation, but also the whys.
You know what, Jim? It's like every other day we hear about another trucking company or another fleet shutting its doors. And it's not just the little guys either. Some of these outfits been running freight for decades. Goes to show any company, big or small, can go belly up if the perfect storm of mismanagement hooks up with other factors like increases in fuel and toll costs, along with higher and higher insurance rates.
Yeah, you got that right. According to a recent FreightWaves report, trucking bankruptcies are up over 40% this year compared to last. That's a big deal, and it ain't just bad luck. It's a mix of low freight rates, sky-high insurance, shady brokers, and even immigration crackdowns.
That's the recipe for disaster right there, for drivers. It's like hauling dynamite around in your wagon, always worried something is going to go. Boom, boom. You got to play like you're a bloodhound by keeping your nose close to the ground and your ears perked up. You got to try your best to see what's coming so you can steer around it.
Let's call out a few of the names from recent weeks. Landline Media and CCJDigital reported this about the following three companies. Metro Transport Group in Illinois, they shut down mid-April. Horizon Freight out of Georgia, they folded after 20 years in business. Midstate Logistics in Ohio, they couldn't renew their insurance.
That last one really hit me. The owner said they had a clean safety record, but insurance came back with a premium increase of over $30,000. Said it just didn't make sense to keep running.
Let's talk freight rates. According to Overdrive, spot rates for dry van are around $1.58 a mile on average right now. That barely covers fuel and lunch, let alone insurance and maintenance. It's no small wonder that the smaller trucking companies are getting squeezed out and kicked to the curb.
Exactly. How can some people not see that? Back in the day, if you were running for under $2 a mile, you were pretty much driving backward. Now it seems like brokers want you to haul the load and pay them for the privilege.
And these aren't just low-paying lanes. We're seeing long-haul runs paying a meager $1.25 or less, all because the market's still flooded with more drivers than freight. Not all brokers out there are bad, but there are more than a few that are taking advantage of the situation, big time. They know trucking companies are desperate to keep their trucks moving, so they are sticking it to the trucking companies.
I heard that. That's what makes a strong case for companies to deal directly with shippers and cut that middleman out. Now here's the part that really grinds my gears. Insurance. According to FleetOwner, insurance premiums for small carriers jumped 11% just this quarter. For a lot of folks out there, that's a death sentence.
Yep. And you know what's making it worse? Some of those super high jury verdicts. I'm talking about those crazy multi-million-dollar lawsuit payouts after bad accidents. Landline Media said insurance companies are raising rates across the board because of it, even for carriers with clean records. Unfortunately, to stay in business, the smaller companies and the owner-operators out there gotta buy the insurance to protect themselves. One owner-operator I know in Tennessee, been driving 20 years, spotless record, got quoted $23,000 for one truck this year. Said he had no accidents, no claims, just caught in the crossfire. And let's be real here. Insurance like that can take a good company and flip it upside down overnight. You're spending the first 2 weeks of every month just paying the premium. It's like hauling a load you'll never deliver.
And God forbid you have a fender bender. Even if it's not your fault, the carrier could get dropped or pay even more on renewal. I watched a show on TV the other day. They were talking about this scam that's been going on around the country. People are actually staging accidents to collect on insurance. Sometimes the driver is in on it, but most of the time not. That's crazy. It's driving some folks out faster than a DOT inspection on a Friday.
Now here's a twist we're seeing more of in 2025: immigration crackdowns. FreightWaves and Overdrive both reported that hundreds of undocumented illegal immigrant truck drivers are being removed from fleets as ICE increases enforcement.
Yeah, Jim, this one's flying under the radar. A lot of smaller or less than legit carriers were running drivers with fake CDLs or expired papers. Now, with the government stepping in, especially in border states, those trucks are getting sidelined.
And when drivers start disappearing, whether deported or not, guess what? The shady carrier they were driving for collapses, especially if they were depending on low-cost, unverified labor. It's a quiet purge that's closing doors on companies that never should have been on the road to begin with.
Now, don't get me wrong, that's a good thing for safety, getting those illegal drivers off the road, but it's also a good thing for the pocketbooks of legal drivers. More available freight should shake up the market in a good way for everyone and loosen up that noose brokers like to use. Could be a silver lining for honest drivers who've been dealing with undercut freight rates for years.
So it ain't all doom and gloom. CCJDigital reported on a few companies that are still thriving by making smart moves. They've taken the necessary steps of cutting unprofitable lanes and upgrading to fuel-efficient equipment. The smart companies are also building direct relationships with shippers to avoid being forced to play those broker games.
It's like running old school. Stay regional, keep your overhead tight, and watch every dollar like it's your last drop of DEF. Got to keep a close eye on that pocketbook. Just like old Ben used to say, a penny saved is a penny earned. Couldn't agree with him more.
If you're a company driver or an owner-operator, here's what you need to watch out for. If your paychecks are running late, trouble's probably brewing. If your fuel card doesn't work or all of a sudden there is a tight limit on it, well, that's another big red flag. And when your dispatcher starts dodging questions, it's time to have a backup plan.
And if you're your own authority, don't be afraid to park it until the math makes sense. Burning fuel at a loss doesn't make you a hard worker. It makes you a broke one. Got to stay up on your cost and know your numbers.
So yeah, the 2025 freight market ain't playing around. But if you stay sharp and watch the signs, you don't have to go down with the ship.
We've seen rough markets before. What matters is being prepared, being real about your numbers, and not chasing garbage freight just to stay moving.
If this video helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world updates from behind the wheel.
Stay safe out there, drivers, and remember, it ain't the miles that break you, it's the mistakes.